What's up guys, People here, and today's video is going to be about this. The String King Mark 2D, as in defense, which is exactly what it stands for. It's the new defensive head from String King. Pretty much, so just to knock some things out before I even get into specifically the D head, it has very much the same features as the 2V. The versatile version of the head, which is basically your midfielder head. It has the throat lock design with the bolt that goes from front to back. So if you need to know anything about that, either go to stringking.com or go to my 2V review, and I can talk to you a little bit more. You'll hear more about that feature, but it has that same exact feature. It has the same throat design, the same strut design, and same exact scoop. Yeah, pretty much. It's literally the same head as the V, except for the one major thing. The profile, the side profile of the head has a slightly different curve than the 2V, which I can show you the different profiles. So, with the 2V, it's a much more mid-range curve on the bottom rail, and then your typical kind of offset into a straight line sort of thing going on there. Whereas the 2D has a little bit more of a focused offset. So the offset's almost the same until about here, where the head will curve more so towards the back or bottom rail, and then return more dramatically towards the scoop, and the curvature of the bottom rail will actually be a little more dramatic, closer to about the 2/3 area, maybe the upper third area of the head, so that basically the head will have a more focused pocket for your mid-high settings, which is really what you should really want in a defensive head, mainly because you're going in for the scoop. The faster the ball enters the pocket, like the actual main part of the pocket, the more, well, the faster you will have more control over the ball, which is exactly what you want. So, coming in on the ball, strike it, and it's already, before, right pretty much, when it, if you string it correctly, right when it hits the shooters, because of the design of the sidewalls, the pocket can sit much higher. As you can see, even if I wiggle it around, it doesn't really want to shift low, so it shifts kind of that mid-high pocket area, which is really what you want, because you're going to be cradling and everything like that to try and maintain control of the ball. Well, so as far as that goes, the idea behind it, they've nailed it. It has that same thing. Oh, and same thing as the 2V, which I'm sure it'll have it also with the 2A. The 29 sidewall holes, strings up. I mean, as long as you're a decent stringer and you can follow pattern directions and everything like that, you can get a really good pocket in it. If you don't know what you're doing, the multitude of sidewall holes will probably confuse you, or even just make you deter you from wanting to do it. One of the main differences between the 2D and the 2V, besides the offset or side profile of the head, is the fact that it is stiffer than the 2V. It's stiffer, a little bit more sturdy, which is good because defensive heads, most people, like Dan from Darkstar, if he feels any sort of give on a poke check, he's done with that head. And I would have to say and be the exact same way. And I mean, all in all, having messed with it, having strung with it, I would, if you're a mid to mid-high pocket person, whether you're a defender or an offensive player, if that's the type of pocket that you really want, you can get it with a 2D, but I would definitely recommend it more so for the defensive player, which is what it's really catered towards, but anybody can use it. Anybody can use it for their position. So as long as you're more so that mid-high pocket sort of person. So, I mean, a lot of the things to say about it are very much the same as the 2V. I really like the head. it pretty much has the same exact scoop as the original Mark 1. So basically like a vacuum. Probably one of my favorite things about the Mark series of heads. I mean, there's really no huge differences between the D and the V. For the Mark IIs, has the same hole designs, bottom holes, sidewall holes, top string holes. Everything is practically the same. It's just your side profile, and it's a little more stiff. And that's all there really is to it. I mean, if you're a defender, I mean, I really like the Mark 1 for defenders because it's nice and tight, it's stiff and everything like that. But then the Mark II just kind of takes that and brings it to a different level with all the changes and improvements that they've made with the head. So hopefully this is a little bit informative for you guys. I'm not going to show you the pattern that I use because, I mean, there's so many different patterns that you can use. You can probably figure it out for yourself. This is just what I decided to throw in it after tweaking it a bunch, and it works for me, and I'm sure it'll work for the guy that I'm going to let use it. So there we go. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe, maybe share it with your friends, and if you're gonna get one of these, the price is $90, same price as the 2V, so right around your elite head price. So you don't really have anything to complain about as far as pricing. It's higher end head. And with that said, most higher end heads are going to be right around your $90 to $100 mark. So competitive price against pretty much everybody else out there. So just a matter of preference, I guess. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you later.